did you have a problem with what
Shannon.
LeBron tweeted?
I don't have a problem with it.
You don't?
No, because we know, Skip, this is what we know about LeBron. LeBron loves good play, be it from his team or someone else. LeBron has never been a hater. That's one thing you'll always be able to say about LeBron. It doesn't matter if it's Kevin Durant. It doesn't matter if it's Steph Curry. It doesn't matter if it's a second-tier guy. If you play well, LeBron is gonna compliment you. That's just who he is. And because Kobe, we gotta stop thinking, because Kobe or Jordan or this guy wouldn't do that, that doesn't make it the end-all, be-all. Okay, Kobe had a way of doing things. That's not the way LeBron did it. LeBron has a way of doing things. That's not the way KD does it. That's okay. At the end of the day, LeBron also, he was proud of his guys. A tough night of a back-to-back. Hey, congratulations, guys. Man, LeBron appreciates great basketball. Sure, I'm sure he'd like for a lot of that great basketball to come from his team, his teammates. But when it doesn't, it's okay to compliment the other guys. Now, me? No, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have given Reggie Jackson. But that's LeBron. And having followed him as much as I have, I'm not surprised because I've seen him do it time and time again. This is who he is. And Laker Nation, you've never fully embraced LeBron?
Nope.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. He's accepted that. He knows he's never, because he's coming in on the tail end of his career. Even though he's delivered a championship, he knows he's not going to be considered one of those Pantheon Laker greats like Kobe, like Shaq, Magic, Kareem, Worthy, all those greats. He understands that, and I believe he's at peace with that. He understood that the moment he signed on, man, it's 15 years, I'm 15 years deep. I ain't gonna be Kobe. I ain't gonna be all that. So he's good with that, Skip. But I don't look. I still got a bigger problem, but I want to hear your point.
I got a lot of points.
I know you got a problem with everything. The mere fact that he got a Twitter account, you upset with that.
Okay, so on TNT, and this was the late game on TNT, just as the game was about to start, Allie LaForce reported that LeBron was off-site getting treatment for his swelling knee. Mm-hmm. That just seemed a little odd to me. I don't know. Off-site, usually you'd go to the arena to get treatment.
Which means he was home?
It sounds like he might have been at home. So I told you at the top of the show, is it possible LeBron had a third glass of wine and he wasn't quite in his right mind?
Yeah, he was in his right mind.
And is it possible that I hark back to the classic words of one Herman Edwards, friend of mine back in the day at ESPN? Remember when he said, don't hit sin.
Yeah.
Just don't hit sin. Think about it and don't hit sin.
Right.
What have I always said about LeBron? He suffers from ADD, as in attention deficit disorder, as in I got to be the center of attention, and last night I was not because I wasn't even at a home game. Mm-hmm. I'll give you that. Paul George was there. Kawhi wasn't. So I'm going to give you that one. Mm-hmm. Kawhi may have been getting treatment on his rehabbing knee.
Right.
But the point was that, incredibly to me, that LeBron was completely out of the story. And then as soon as the game ended, he made himself the story of the night because he just can't help himself, and he did so for all the wrong reasons. And I get you, he wants to always be Mr. Nice Guy and a good sport and a good loser. And so he's saying congratulations to Reggie Jackson, right, Mr. October. But if LeBron had played in the game, I promise you he wouldn't have gone home and tweeted congratulations.
Right.
Because he's basically reminding everybody, I wasn't there.
Right. But Skip, we know who the reference of Mr. October actually is. It's the other Reggie Jackson, but he happens to have that name.
Well, last year he was kind of Mr. May, right? Yeah. Because he made a bunch of big shots in the playoffs.
He was sensational, especially against Utah.
Okay, so to your point, and I'm going to reread what Jenny read, but these are a couple of LeBron's followers, and the first one, I'm just going to repeat this. Kobe would never do that, SH. Have some Laker pride. Well, that indicates to me, small sample size, but I'm with you. I'm not sure Laker Nation ever completely embraced LeBron, even after the bubble championship.
Nope.
It's just he ain't Kobe.
No.
And he's not going to be Kobe in their eyes ever, ever, ever.
No. Nobody. Because, Skip, Kobe came here at 17. We didn't get you. You didn't come. You came here as a 33-year-old grown man. Kobe came to us as a 17-year-old kid. Kobe couldn't get in the club. He was eating ice cream at McDonald's just like the rest of us.
That
when
is
the machine
correct.
worked.
That is correct. And then another LeBron follower tweets, WTF, LeBron giving props to the Clips? Oh, hell no. I'm going to bed. This world is upside down now. Well, it felt upside down to me when I saw it this morning. I don't follow LeBron, but I said, why are you doing that after your team roared back? They were down 17 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and they go on a 43-25 run. That's pretty good.
Yes.
And it was ignited by one Russell Westbrook. In the fourth quarter, he was just flat out sensational. And then it came down to an ill-fated play at the end featuring Mr. October. He makes it, and all of a sudden they're up one. I don't know what happened to Russell Westbrook, but he just drifts off into Never Never Land.
What the hell is he?
I don't know, because here we go with Mr. October. Ooh, he's high-stepping. He wants it.
Now go, Russ.
Russ is your guy.
No,
and Austin Reeves, the kid from Oklahoma, at least he cut him off on the baseline, but he couldn't stop the spin.
But here's the thing, Skip. We got him trapped.
You got him
All
trapped.
you got to do. Where's Russ going? The angle in which he's going, he's like he thinks Reggie Jackson is going to the baseline to shoot a jumper.
Okay.
No, you can't let him spin. You can't let him split the double team.
He split the double team because Russ didn't really give much effort to double.
He hopping like Reggie Jackson was coming up the court. And then he's reaching. Skip, the prime example. You remember last year in the NBA Finals, Devin Booker got the switch, and he backed on the guy, and Holiday went down for the double team and took the ball out of his hand. All Russ had to do was close the distance. Reggie Jackson's going to spin back.
Just take the ball from him.
Reggie Jackson's going to spin back and going to hand you the ball on a silver platter.
Didn't get there. This is 4 seconds left, so if you make a play here, you're going to win the game.
Where is he going? You got to Skip. It's like a double team block in football. You got to be close, or the guy's going to split the double team.
And Reggie is his guy to start with. You got to, as you say, you got to sit down in the chair on that one. Just 4 seconds left. You got to make a stop. He plays little to no defense, and it bit him in the butt again.
But isn't that the Lakers? Skip, you got a 2-point lead. The one thing you can't do is give up is what? A three. What do they do? I don't know where Trevor Reeves is going, and now he gives up a three, and everybody knows. Normally, when guys get the ball out of a scramble, they're going to gather their feet. So they're going to pump you up to get their feet. They're just not going to just rise up and shoot because the clock is still in their favor. It's not like a shot clock violation. So he's going to gather his feet. He pumps Reeves up. Gathers himself. He had it going from three last night. I think he was 6 or 7 from the three-point line. And he switches a three. And I'm like, oh, my God, here we go again. But the Skip, that's been the Lakers' MO. Defense and free throws. They missed another 8 last night.
Okay, although if you look at your box, they were able to make 17. Look at the Clippers. They only shot 11 total and made 6. So you won the free throw line 11 by plus 11. See?
Yeah.
And you lost the game by 1.
They shot 52%. They shot 52% from the floor. They ain't need to get fired. They don't need to go to the free throw line. Yeah, and 43% from the three. Because at one point in time, Skip, they couldn't miss from three.
Okay, so Anthony Davis, your man, he's
rejuvenated. I want to bottle that up. What I've been seeing the last 4 games, I want to bottle that.
30 points, 17 rebounds, but even better was 7 offensive rebounds, right?
Yes.
Yeah, AD had the ball in his hands, as he should have, for the last shot. If we could see it, please. On the run. That's a hard shot.
Skip, I thought it was good.
Well, he said it did everything but go in, and I'm not sure about that. He shot it a little flat and a little hard because it's hard to gather.
It's hard to gauge it because you're going to the basket.
And you're going full speed. For him, that's his full speed, right? And he's 6'10", you know, so it's hard to shoot this with a lot of touch.
The only guys that I trust shooting a shot like that are the 3 guys. Trae Young, who's the master of the floater, James Harden, and Steph Curry.
Okay, I'll buy that. I agree. So it came down to that, and it didn't work, and you lost. So here's why Laker Nation was so upset with LeBron, because they are aware of the fact that the Clippers are still a rival. And you talk about the team in the basement, but the stats that came glaringly obvious to me last night, would you believe in the last 37 games between the Lakers and Clippers, the Clippers have won 30 games? They're 30-7 in the last 37 games against your Lakers. You don't think that sticks in the craw of Laker Nation? That's why they don't want him tweeting congratulations to Mr. October.
But guess what? It shouldn't even be that. I got Anthony Davis and I got Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
They don't have Paul George. They don't
agree.
have
It
Kawhi.
boiled down to that
I
last night.
cannot lose this game.
You can't lose that game. And it came down to one team has Ty Lue at coach and your team has Frank Vogel. I'm sorry, it boils down to that to me because Ty Lue is my coach of the year because he's making miracles with that team without his two stars.
I believe we'd have another title. Well, the injuries, but Ty Lue, I agree with you. Ty Lue is a better coach than Frank Vogel. That is as simple as that. And the guys play hard. See, a game like that, Skip, the Lakers, I've seen Lakers have big leads like that and lose the lead and lose the game.
Yeah.
Ty Lue team had a big lead, lost the lead, but didn't lose their composure, and they won the game.
And as you know, 3 times this year, they've come from hopelessly behind
24 points or more.
To win 3 games and to barely stay afloat. They're not much better than the Lakers, but they're a little better just because their coach is better.
Skip, I was told, everybody was saying, if one of the big 3 needed a break, the other 2 could carry the team. This is an opportunity that Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook has to carry it. LeBron and AD has to carry it if Russell is out. LeBron and Russ needs to carry it if AD's out. They have not been good enough this year. And normally games come down to, what are you? Defense. We've been talking about defense all year. The game, you couldn't get one stop. You couldn't get one. Free throws. Front end, you have an and one, and you miss it.
Miss it.
That's the difference. You won't guard the three-point line to save your life. You're the three-point line. Like, man, you're at the three-point line. I can't go over there. Maybe alligators in the water or something.
Yep.
Man, guard the three-point line.
So, Shannon, think about this. It's bad enough for Laker Nation to see a team that's now 3 games under 500 as we approach trade deadline and all-star break. But your team, the Los Angeles Lakers, have lost the last 5 to the team in the basement.
Yeah.
That's why Laker Nation said, stop it, LeBron, not tonight. Don't do it to us tonight. Don't congratulate the Clippers. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I pick and choose. Yeah, I mean, Skip, that's me. I wouldn't do it, no. Because I understand. I mean, I like Mahomes. I ain't congratulate Mahomes when he played the Broncos.
No. That would be
that ain't happening.
It's a little odd, but all right. I appreciate both sides of that discussion.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.